Hi, fashion dolls. I apologize for my tardiness. Welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. It is Wednesday, December 4th. Let's talk winter fashion with today's special guest. He is a designer, and the name of his collection is designed by Devon. So make sure you guys please go and check him out. His designs are absolutely gorgeous, out of this world. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't recommend them. But this designer right here, fresh, new, funky, gorgeous, beautiful, sexy designs. So without further ado, fashion dolls, please welcome Devon W. Let me share this live with him. I hope you guys all are doing as wonderful as I am. Again, I apologize for my tardiness. As you guys can see, I am fashionably late, dressed for the winter season. So I love snake print. I wanted to do something a little different than what I did yesterday with the suit that you guys liked. So without further ado, fashion dolls, please welcome to the dollhouse, Devon W. Again, forgive me for my tardiness. As you guys can see, I had to come fashionably late. It's only right. Oh,
Hey,
hi.
how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It is such a pleasure to have you here.
Let me try to fix my phone. I was over here sewing.
All
All right.
right. It's an
Yeah,
echo.
facial here. I just did a turnabout show, Giselle's turnabout show for World AIDS Day. So I'm waiting for my facial hair to grow back.
You're still handsome. It's going to grow back. This is definitely going to grow back. A big shout outs to my brother, the K2 Spot. Make sure you guys please go and check him out. Check out his platform. And he just hit a huge milestone. It marks the 12th anniversary of his talk show, the K2 Spot. So make sure you guys please go and check it out. Great interviews. He sat with a few famous faces, including myself. So make sure you guys please go and check it out. And we've done some collaborations together as well too. Hi, welcome as you're coming in. As you guys can see today, I'm fully covered up. But for this, I had to wear this dress for this designer right here, Devon W. Your designs are fire. And you know I'm a fashion girl. So before we get into it, tell us who Devon W is, because I know who he is. I know you are one of the most fabulous designers there is, along with I could name Sergio Hudson.
Mhm.
Another one is Olivier Roosting, Balmain. I know a few of them that are
Oh,
black fashion designers. Notice that I said black fashion
yes.
designers because we know how fashion industry is. But who is Devon W?
So I am a gay male that lives in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in a relationship for 6 years. I've been designing for about a little over 15 years.
Oh,
Um, I received two Emmy nominations in 2000 and 2001 from RuPaul's. The category was Best Costume in a Daytime Competition Series. Of course, Trinity Bonet wore the costume for
oh,
Beyonce. Um, yeah, and I've just been sewing ever since. I've been grinding. I'm actually putting on producing my first fashion show. It'll be March 15th in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'll be going on tour around the United States. So more than likely in a city near you. Just look for it. You can find me on Instagram _Dev the Don, which is this page, and then my design page, Designed by Devon.
yes, yes. Now, at what age did you develop a insight for fashion, and who was some of your inspiration for fashion influences growing up?
So, growing up, I wear a lot of suits and like tailor clothes. My grandfather probably was the person that, he always wore suits every day, and I just wanted to emulate that. And um, for college, I graduated from the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. Um, when I went to college in Atlanta, I had met actually Raquel Lord, who is the current Miss Continental.
Yeah.
I met Lord, and I was infatuated with the fact that these were everyday people, but they were artists. And I said, "Oh yeah, I can sew for these type of people. This is what I want to do." And so I had a mentor whose name was Bianca Monroe. She passed, unfortunately. Um, but she kind of gave me the ropes of while I was doing my student teaching and in college of how to do the basics on the sewing machine.
And, and I'm gonna go back to that for a minute. You mentioned Bianca Monroe, one of the greats. I'm pretty sure you've seen this designer as well too, and she's a good friend of our girl. T.S. Madison is in Georgia as
Mm-hmm.
well. And Riley Knox, I'm pretty sure
Oh
you're
yeah,
you're in close proximity to her. Riley designed some of T.S. Madison's looks for the red carpets and award shows for the VMAs and so many others. Gorgeous. So you and her both have something in common, and I say that because y'all both love outrageous, beautiful, bold prints and patterns, and that's what fashion is about. Is about standing out to the point where T.S. Madison made it on the Vogue list. First
yes,
black trans woman to make it on Vogue's list of best dressed women. And they showed Riley's look. So your look, you're Emmy nominated.
yeah.
So my next question for you is because my guest yesterday is a music artist that's also in the queer community, and he talked about homophobia. What are some of the challenges that you've had to face as a black man in the fashion industry?
So honestly, I don't really run across a lot of challenges only because I'm masculine presenting. So a lot of
Yeah.
people don't even know that I'm gay until they meet me. Um, so for me, I never really run across anything. Occasionally I'll be in a room where it's like, when I'm dealing with straight males. But for the most part, everyone is accepting. Everyone is, they want to put the clothes on, and that's what matters.
Absolutely, because your garments are gorgeous. And fashion is about freedom of expression.
Yes.
It doesn't have a gender. It shouldn't have a label. People should feel free to dress and feel happy at the same time. Like when I put on this dress today, I said, okay, I got Devon in mind.
Mm.
I want to come on looking good. I don't want to come on looking any kind of way. I always look good, but I said for this one, okay. I see his designs. I got to make sure that I represent. I wanted something that had print to it. So my next question for you is, now the months have changed. The weather has definitely changed. It is freezing cold outside. For you, what are generally the best and most flattering fabrics to go to, especially in the cool winter weather?
Well, for the cool weather, I like a knit fabric. Is still give you that
Oh,
spandex, and it just look rich. Um, but I would definitely go with a print. Animal prints is definitely in. I just did a whole collection of cheetah print and leopard print. Well, it's actually a mix of prints, but I'll be showing that December 21st. So yeah,
and that's it. Fashion is about you said right up my alley because I absolutely love leopard print. I love cheetah print as well too. Fashion again is about experimenting with different patterns, different textures, different shapes. Now couture fashion is on a whole nother level. Now I can only imagine what is to come for Paris and New York and Atlanta and Milan Fashion Week as far as couture fashion is concerned. So for you, what are some things that you're predicting for the new year of 25 as far as fashion is concerned?
Well, like I said, I'm doing my first show for next year. Well, my show that I'm producing is going to be March 15th. So I'm showing an entirely new collection. It's pretty much going to be what you see AI wear, because they typically replicate the things that I make. Um, so, but they're not real clothes. So the fact that we can actually do what AI do, that's
Mm-hmm.
top notch. So I'm doing black diamonds and pearls for my theme for the show, and it is going to be epic.
I know you said black diamonds and pearls. I know it's going to be, your designs are a mix of sex, just over the top sex, just glamour, just sensuality. It exudes all of that. It's one piece in particular that I absolutely adore, and it's a white gown and it had like the detailing at the top. I love off the shoulder. I love cold shoulder. Anything that is cold shoulder that shows the décolleté right here, the boobies, that is definitely me. If you know me, if you know Miss Stevie, you know that I love a slit, and I don't care how high the slit is. I will wear that gown. So I was telling someone just the other
Well, I
day,
can give you
they're the type,
a peek of what I'm making right now. Give me one.
yes, proceed. A big shout out to Now's the Time. Welcome if you're just coming in. We are here with Emmy. Now,
A little chain outfit that I'm making.
now, you know who I think would wear something like that?
Ooh.
Cardi B. That
Yeah, absolutely.
Cardi would definitely, if you know her, go back to when she performed at the Grammys. That was vintage Mugler that she was
Yeah,
wearing. But if you've looked at her music videos, you know Cardi goes all the way out.
yeah,
So she would definitely wear something like that. I would too. And the blonde, I'm pretty sure um the blondes did a collection similar to that as well too. But you did this. It's like a corset, and I love things that, as a woman that's very curvy,
yeah.
I love things that hug my curves, that show everything off at the right angle. I'm not gonna put on something and then I'll come out looking like a square box. Like, no,
And
I want to make sure that it
even if
shows
you don't
every single
have the
detail
curves,
off. Yeah.
make you have the curves,
That hourglass, or in other words, that hourglass illusion.
Absolutely.
So yes, Cardi would definitely wear something like that. I could see her wearing something like that. Now, we've had a lot of looks. 2024 has been the year for people to, from the Met Gala to so many award shows. For you, Devon, what are some memories? Because we're going to be heading into a whole new year, and fashion is just going to do its thing again, because the trends don't stay the same. They're always evolving and changing. So what were some of your favorite looks in this year of 2024?
Um, I would say the black gown with the ruching. It has like a big, big tulle bottom, well, crinoline
Oh,
bottom. I love that gown, and I think it fits every type of body style, and it's just beautiful. It hugs. It's just very, very versatile. Very, very versatile. Um, I actually made a blazer out of the chains as well. I wore it for the Boss Babe, where I have a picture on my page.
I've
Um,
seen that.
I got a lot of compliments on that. Also, the pin look, as you see, I just did a collection of the pins. I wear my jacket almost every day through the airports and everything, and um, yeah, I get a lot of compliments everywhere that I go. Just people just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I have a mirror jacket, and my mirror jacket is probably the most custom piece that I wear, and it turns heads. I was in New York last week and I wore it in New York, and yeah, I probably took a million pictures.
And exactly what it is about adventure. You experiment with different materials and
Yeah.
different fabrics. And that's what fashion is about. Now, when you said safety pin, you know what designer I thought of instantly. You already know Gianni Versace was notorious for that safety pin.
Yeah.
The safety pin dress that I think it was Cindy Crawford that wore the
Yeah.
dress.
Cindy Crawford.
And then Lady Gaga years later wore that same exact dress. And then her daughter, Kaya Garber, who is a supermodel, wore that same exact dress. And then we've seen Naomi Campbell wear that dress as well too. I think in a red rendition of it. But each era of fashion, what are some of your favorite eras of fashion? Like I know for me personally, I love the 80s. And Grace Jones is always one of my favorite style icons. Like she always pushed the envelope. No boundaries. She just didn't care. She was just over the top drama.
Yeah.
And another one would definitely have to be the late Diane Carroll. If you've watched Dynasty, you know
Yes.
Dominique Devereaux, the champagne is burnt, darling. So so for you, what is your favorite eras of fashion?
So my favorite eras of fashion will actually be like Victorian style things, and then I like probably like the 20s, the 30 eras when the black flapper look came out.
Yeah.
So I am actually excited about the Met Gala. I'm actually submitting clothes for the Met Gala. So hopefully y'all see my designs on someone. But yeah, I like the tailoredness of just the suits in the 30s and the 40s and the black excellence and just the roaring 20s, just the thickness and the quality of the fabrics. um but current, I would say I love fashion, love fashion. I would have to go with probably Balenciaga or Balmain or Mugler as far as my top. Just delivering, they're gonna deliver regardless of the event, regardless of if it need to be high fashion or high glamour. They're gonna make sure they give you what they got to give you.
And if you go back in time and look at Terry Mugler's shows,
Hmm.
Mugler was over the top. When I tell you, Terry Mugler, he had a vision. He had what I like to call a glass eye. He is one of my favorite fashion designers. So whenever some of my guests ask me that question, who's one of your favorite, I would always say Manfred Terry Mugler. Because if you go back in time and you look at his shows, the models were just so classy when they walked out. Like one of them was smoking a cigarette and she
Hmm.
was just, and then he made women feel powerful. Like if you go back in time and look at the silhouette of
Hmm.
these dresses that it's almost like a corset.
Right.
And they would be like in the shape of an hourglass. And I mean, face, makeup looking absolutely stunning. Um, he had a love for insects. So whether it may be a ladybug, whether it may be a butterfly, and there is a gown out there that Terry Mugler, I wish it was in my size. I wish I could wear it. If I had somebody like La Roche is able to get these looks. So shout
Yeah.
outs to La
Yeah. I
Roche.
don't
I don't know how
I
he's able to get
heard
these.
his book too. His books is an excellent read. So if y'all have the time to get his book, just support black people because we need all the support that we can get.
Especially in the fashion
Yeah.
industry. But I was reading something on Vogue, and they were saying that tariffs is going to go up for fashion designers, and a lot of design houses are concerned. So make sure that you guys are going out here more than ever, as Devon just mentioned, and support Black-owned fashion designers. Now, my colleague Now's the Time is in the New York area, where New York is the fashion capital of the world. We've got New York Fashion Week, and we know, Devon, I'm pretty sure you've been there.
Hmm.
We know in there because it's a frenzy. And then, as you've mentioned, the Met Gala, the theme this year is the Black Dandy.
Hmm.
So, and it's all Black men. So, when you seen the lineup of who's the co-chairs, what were your thoughts? Because I said, wait a minute, you got ASAP Rocky, you got what's his name, Lewis Hamilton, you've got Coleman Domingo, who has been killing I mean, he's the male version of Zendaya because there is
Yes,
never
ab-
a moment where we don't see this man looking good.
absolutely.
What
So,
were your thoughts on the lineup of all the black men co-chairs for the Met Gala?
so I was excited, of course, because of the theme, and it only made sense. However, I do wish that they will put more people who's just behind the scenes and actually in fashion, because a lot of people see the end product and they don't see that it takes 15 of us to make this one person look the way that they look.
And
So,
you know what? I'm gonna add on to that in a minute. I was like, you finish. You
okay, so yeah, so the only thing that I will hope to see is for like the design, like so the way most big events will work out is you'll have your stylist will reach out to the designer, and then the designer we show up, and most times they elect to use a more popular brand, whether it's us doing the tailoring, whether it's us making it look the way that it makes, they still decide to go, oh, Mugler have an outfit is similar to your outfit, so we would rather use an archived Mugler outfit versus your outfit just because they have a name for themselves. So I think that is important to get the people who's working behind the scenes that actually have the talent and have, the eye to say, hey, I'm the person responsible for making this person look the way they do. And those are the people who should be the cheers. But the people up there, they do have an incredible team.
oh yeah, absolutely. And black. Make sure y'all include in
And
black
black people.
people from behind the
Yeah.
scenes that are designers as well too. Now while we were talking about La Roche, I think it was one of the previous Met Galas before, but Sha'Carri Richardson, I think it was a few other designers and influencers that were in the fashion industry with him on that red carpet
Hmm.
as well too. That's what you do. You bring somebody with you. You bring
Yeah.
somebody with you. Show up and show out because we know how anti-black this fashion industry is
Yeah.
and how black designers have had to work twice times as hard to get their name out there on their designs. And I remember Sergio Hudson saying something like that. Now, Sergio has designed for Michelle Obama, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris,
Mm.
and so many others. Not only Sergio, but Laquan Smith as well too designed Madam Vice President Kamala Harris's dress that she wore when she was giving her speech. I think it was at the National
The
Black
cock.
Journalists Association, one of
Yeah.
these, yeah, the conference. He designed her dress. So it's important that we continue to show up in these spaces. And Madam Vice President Kamala Harris also said this as well too. She says, "You don't let them tell you who you are. You tell them who you are. So when you walk into that room with your fashion, with your outfit, you make a statement and you make a lasting impression that will last forever. And you have people talking. You be the toast of the town. That's what fashion is about. You're supposed to let people know, okay, like set a trend, set your own trends. It's okay to, look at someone for inspiration, but fashion is about setting your own trend and not being afraid to step outside of your norm of what you would typically do. Now, some people like jeans. My mom is a jeans kind of girl.
Mm.
Me, I like dresses. I like power suits. I like mini skirts. The shorter the skirt, the higher the slip. My mom's like, girl, you're doing too much. But I'm just like, I'm a very sensual person. If you know me, I love my sexuality. I explore it through fashion in so many different ways. And you guys see that here on the platform with so many things that I wear. But my mother, she's a little, how can I say it? Women of a certain
Yeah,
age. I
just a
had to
little reserved.
check to make sure because I still want to be able to do this show for y'all. I want to live. um, she likes to cover up. If I show her something, she's just like, okay, I don't like anything that's off the shoulders. Now I can do short sleeves and that's about it. Me, I'm like, okay, give me a high slit, give me some print, give me some rhinestones, give me something that gives a certain detail that will leave a lasting impression on people to be like, my God, I don't care how long the train is. I was one point Cardi B, and it was at this year's Met Gala. It took about 5 people to carry that heavy train because that gown,
Right.
those gowns are heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna take at least five, damn near 10 people to carry those trains up those stairs. It's a
I,
lot.
yeah,
It's a lot.
I mailed off a gown with FedEx, and it was 73 pounds.
Listen, and that's a lot of work and detail. And then
Yeah,
it's like, how long did you take to make this gown? Sometimes it'll take about 2 years or
yeah.
even more. I know, was it Rihanna? One year Rihanna wore the yellow gal pay number,
Mm,
and people were putting pepperoni, all sorts of stuff. It became a meme. But that gown took damn near 10 years to make.
yeah,
It was in
yeah.
the make. And so I'm pretty sure she had to go back and keep checking with this designer to see, okay, is it almost done? Is it almost done? It's a lot of work and preparation to go into making a gown as elaborate as
Yeah.
that, or the one Cardi.
And and especially like the chains that I did. I actually did an entire collection out of them, but the chains come individual one by one, so I have to link each link together to make the
Mhm.
chain. So just that in itself took hours because I had 40,000, I had so many links that I had to link together. And that's not even including sewing anything.
And you know who else is very intricate, and you remind me so much of him because his designs are very intricate as well too. And it is John Galliano.
Yeah,
John Galliano is very detailed. Like, a bead can't be out of place. Like, there was one look that Rihanna wore to the Met Gala, and the headpiece that she
that,
wore, all the way to the dress. Like, she was saying something about the beading and putting the details on the hat, the gown, everything looked absolutely gorgeous once the finish. And then she wore like this bustier sort of like bralette type thing. So it was a lot. She had a lot going on. That's Galliano. That's Galliano for you. Loving the lip. Thank you, Miss Ford. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are here with Emmy nominated designer Devon W. Fashion Dolls, and we are talking the history of fashion, and now we're talking detailing. Um, it's important that people know the details, especially for winter fashion. I'm looking and I'm seeing someone posted, it was Stylecaster. Stylecaster also said that pinstripe is going to be a staple that you guys can see during the winter months, which has never went out of style. It's been brought back. So I love that a lot of designers, a lot of fashion houses are now taking a page back from the past because fashion always
repeats
repeats.
itself. Yeah,
History repeats.
yes.
So
So for my next fashion show, I'm going to do pinstripes. They're going to be full pearls, each pinstripe on some of the garments. I'm trying to make 100. My goal is to make 100 pieces. Um, I'm probably about halfway there now. So yeah, it's gonna be the best of the best. But even like you were saying, how intricate it is, the pearls come one by one. So I'm hand placing each pearl, each diamond, each rhinestone, each anything that I bead or whatever. I'm actually hand placing one by one by one by one.
absolutely. See, that's consistency. It's time consuming, but the end result is beautiful, as you can see when Devon showed us what he was working on. That's dedication. That's work. Most designers don't get any sleep because they stay up working in their workroom on
Mm,
these. And I give you an example, what Tamron Hall does on her show, where she has all of the designers literally coming on to showcase their pieces, and they show each designer has a fashion show showing off their pieces, and then they go in detail working, showing, letting us know like, hey, I use this, I use this, I use this, and For you, I wanted to make sure that it came out perfect. So it's got to be steam pressed and looking good so that when the model walks out wearing that garment, they bring it to life. So design takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of creativity, and more importantly, it takes dedication. It's about technique.
Yeah.
So when as me as the consumer, I'm going and I'm looking at something or going into, because sometimes most designers would do the showrooms. Like my sister was telling me about it. My sister lives in New York, and she was telling me about the showrooms where it's just like for the elite of the elite, and only the elite get to see them before they even hit the runway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all right, fashion dolls. I see y'all are coming in. Shout outs to my girl Kendra Shanae. Make sure you guys please go and check her out. We are talking fashion here with Devon W. Now, before we let you go, my love, for you, how would you define your own personal style? Because you do an array of looks, as you've mentioned one that we've seen at the Boss Babe Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So, how would you describe your personal style?
Um, so I like to say, well, mainly I sell women clothes. Occasionally my friends will get me to do males, or if you catch me in a good thing, you'll get me to do a male outfit, or if you get something that I already just made for myself that I only was able to wear one time, I'll resell it or something. Um, so I like to say that my clothes are for a certain type of girl, and that certain type of girl is about confidence, because the clothes are going to be a showstopper, and you have to wear the clothes and not let the clothes wear you. So you have to be acceptable to getting compliments, because once you walk by, um, yeah, that's it. You're gonna look like $1,000,000. You don't need no filter. You don't need no anything. And regardless of your size, regardless of anything, I make from stripper clothes to lingerie, swimwear, suits, you name it, gowns. Yeah, I can do anything and everything. And I just try to show people that, hey, I can do this for this body type. I can do this for this body type. If you don't feel comfortable with your arms, because a lot of people have insecurities just within their self. So if I can get rid of that insecurity for you, that's it.
I'm so glad you said that because I tell this story all the time. When I first started doing this platform, I told my guest J Dot this yesterday. I said I was a bit of a tomboy,
Mm-hmm.
but I still had a feminine touch to myself. I have a scar on my leg when I fell off the bicycle when I was younger. And I would always wear like these capri pants. They had to be black, blue, no color. If you go back to the first season, now's the time to tell you. He knows he was there from the beginning. And I would sometimes cold shoulder top. But then as the season progressed, I came more into my femininity, more into my sexuality as a woman, more into just saying, okay, hey, if you like it, I love it. More boob for the world, more back out, more leg, more everything. I just have fun with it. And that's what fashion is about, having fun. So definitely, I must say I love the new Miss Stevie, the new and improved Miss Stevie now, because that's what fashion is about.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping outside of the norm. And at what was it, the season, I want to say season 14, season 13, I shelled out and I started showing more skin. Whereas I was always conservative, buttoned way up to the top. But now I'm just like, okay, fashion is about doing things you wouldn't typically do. And shout outs to my girl Rage. Make sure you guys go and follow her. Amazing hairstylist in the RVA area. She was one of the ones that I give credit for that as well too. Because we had a phone call and she's like, "Girl, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over." With style, especially for hair,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be willing to change it up. There was only one specific hair color that I would always wear when I started this platform, and it was that damn 613. So I said, okay, and Rage and me had a bit about that, And she said, "Girl, if you want to catch more fish in the sea, honey, you need to change it up. You need to change your hair up." And I
Hmm.
started changing up my hair. I mean, I done had every hair color from green to red to black to blonde to brown, uh, purple. I just went crazy when it came to season, I want to say season 17, all the way up into this current season. And I said, you know what? I got something for 'em. And even more with my upcoming season 19 for the new year, which we will be back in January. I've got some stuff up my sleeve as far as fashion and beauty is concerned as well too. And that's what it's about, the evolution of style, finding your evolution, even going back and looking at your childhood photos. Because Devon here said that his grandfather was the style inspiration. I didn't really have that growing up. My mother just dressed me and my sister alike. I have four brothers and two sisters. And me and my other sister were very close. So since we were close, my mother would dress us alike. I have to go and find that picture where we both had on plaid. And plaid is also has never left, it's
Right.
still been here. So it's green and plaid, like Christmas print. And I had the little Kango hat on. I want to say I'm maybe 3 or 4 years old in this picture, and we were both dressed alike. And my sister had a little ponytail with little barrettes. So, and, I
Look, it's
mean,
that for me.
the little Kango hat. They were popular though.
Silk
They
to
were
the
very, very popular.
eye.
I love. Yeah, and you guys know who else it reminded? Who used to wear funky hats? Cole from Martin.
Yeah.
Cole from Martin always would wear a hat, and so I guess I must have picked that up from him. And I started wearing the little hats, and I still do wear hats, but I love the little beret hats, like the girls in Paris Fashion Week. You would see them wear. So now with me having the hair is the accessory, so it goes along with the outfit. But overall, I want you guys to take note of that. Again, find your style. There are some things that I would never wear ever again. They could stay right there where they're at. I wouldn't bring it back. But now I must say I'm in tune. Now that I'm 31 years old, whereas me being in my teens when I first started, it's just like you evolve, change, you grow. Because when you hit in your 30s, you discover yourself. And I must say, I most certainly discover myself, content with her. I'm happy with the woman that I am now. Versus being covered all the time, I've now found a newfound happiness and is exploring my sensuality through fashion with any type of gown, any type of shape, any type of structure. So I'm thankful for that. But we've covered everything fashion dolls, and we can't let our guests go, Devon here, go with we already know the Christmas holiday is among us, and I've been doing this game with all of my guests throughout this week, and it is called Holiday This or That. So Devon, we're going to give you two choices,
Okay.
and you have to tell me which would you prefer. All right? Here we
Mm-hmm.
go. Y'all at home in the audience, fashion dolls, y'all join in too. Okay. Would you rather prepare Christmas ham or turkey? What's your choice?
Turkey.
I love turkey,
Yeah.
and I love
I
ham
can
too. It's a
cook too, so I can make a mean turkey.
mm. Miss T4 says ham. I think that would be a controversial one. That's just like when I asked the question for Thanksgiving: do you like pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, or what's the other kind of pie?
Like pecan or something.
Yes, pecan pie.
See,
Which
I
one do you like?
etiquette. So, growing up, it was more pumpkin pie. And then when I got to the South, they don't even eat pumpkin pie out here. You get pumpkin pie, they like, what is going on?
It's
But so for the YT people, I'll say pumpkin, and then for us, we definitely go on sweet potato.
no to the ham. I'll take the turkey. With me being in South Carolina, my mother would always make a ham. She just like, okay, it's one slice left. She always
Mm.
reminds me, and I'll go back and I'll eat it. So I love ham. I love both. It's hard. It's like asking a mom to choose her favorite child, and you can't. I want ham and turkey. Exactly, Miss T4. And she said potato pie. So, okay, here's the next one. Would you rather make 20 snow angels or build a giant snowman? Which would you prefer?
I would build a giant snowman.
Mm.
Snow angels, you got snow. Absolutely, and that is no fun.
It's a lot of work. Your arms will get
Yeah,
tired.
yeah, you'd
Okay.
be so.
Would you rather not have hot chocolate throughout winter or tell your child Santa does not exist? This one is a little tough.
Oh, I'm telling my child Santa don't exist. We work hard, baby, and they need to know this is where this is what hard work gets you. So get me.
True reality. True reality. I mean, we could say, hey, you don't be good,
Mm.
something like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, this one is a little bit funny. Would you rather swing in a pool full of wine or a pool full of Christmas tree decor?
Oh, liquor me up, baby. Give me that
All right,
wine.
pool full of wine.
I jump in, ass in my hand.
Oh my goodness. Would you rather listen to dogs barking Christmas carols or chickens clucking Christmas carols?
Dogs,
I love
chickens is.
dogs. And 4 in the morning.
Uh,
That if you live, I couldn't live on a farm, and we have a farm down here in South Carolina. So you can only imagine what I hear when I take my new fur baby out in the mornings. I hear it
yeah,
all the
they
way across town.
loud.
So yes, yes, Lord, and then they make the other dogs bark. We have pit bulls on this other side over here, and yeah, it's a mess. It's just a mess. Oh my goodness. Here is another one. Oh, this one is a little bit more romantic. Okay. Would you rather have a large Christmas tree or a mistletoe in your bedroom doorway?
I'm gonna go with the large Christmas tree. Decorate, baby, decorate.
And I told y'all the story about the 7 foot tree I had my art teacher gave me and how we had to put that joker up and take it out of the storage that and it wouldn't fit in the house. So yes, definitely. But I love doing it though. It's so worth it because it's therapeutic when you're picking out different colors, ornaments and things. But I have a girlfriend and she has her yard sales. She had a big box of ornaments. I mean all sorts. I mean she must have went to Hobby Lobby because she invested in these ornaments. It was so many of them. And they are beautiful. But what I hate is when they break. It's your favorite one and they break the glass, shatter, they shatter. And then they make the shatterproof ones where it just you drop it and it bounce right back up. But yeah. Okay. Here's the next one. Would you rather start a new Christmas tradition with your family or continue with previous traditions?
I'll start a new tradition. Life is always changing, and you got to get with the new times.
Yes.
Even like the elf is new. They didn't have that when we were young. Well, I don't know about when I was young, it wasn't no elf on the shelf.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, and I was watching, may God rest his soul, the Bernie Mac show.
Hmm.
And Bernie Mac, a great comedian, he did an episode for it was a Christmas episode. And they were talking about starting a new tradition and starting something new because he was talking about his how his how his mother, brought him up to do Christmas. They would go and take Christmas photos, things like that, getting dressed up and having to go take Christmas pictures as a family. And then they would watch Christmas because that's something that we would do too. We would go and watch other people's Christmas decorations and just look at them, and it would be lit up like Las Vegas. Like it was so beautiful. And then we will go to our grandmother's house, my grandmother's house, they would always decorate my grandmother's house. My aunt was responsible for it. And I mean, everywhere from the hills to the top of the roof of the house, everything was lit up and people would just be talking about it. And then our newspaper would write up reviews about it. So little fun things like that, but start your own tradition as far as the Christmas holiday thing. That's what white people do, the elf on a shelf thing. I've never tried it. I've never tried it. Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather have a job wrapping gifts at a mall or be a mall Santa and make children
I'll probably be a mall Santa.
happy?
You know, the weird thing is I haven't worked a job in 15 years. Like outside of working for myself, I wouldn't know what to do, child.
Here's a good one. Okay. Would you rather receive hot cocoa or a Christmas mug as a gift?
Probably the Christmas mug. That way I could reuse it and just have something to have.
And I've started getting what are those cup tumblers? Starbucks does them, and there's so many of them. I bought like two, and that was it. So I'm starting to get into the whole cup thing. Mall Santa design Santa suit.
I,
Yes.
I come out with a red suit with the white fur around on the lapels, just extra and GAY for no reason.
I could so see that because you're so talented, you creative. And that's a good one. Now's the time. Yeah. So you never know. Now, okay, here's a good one too. Would you rather give a store-bought gift or a handmade present? This should be easy for you.
Oh, me, I'm store buying. Let me tell you, I don't make nothing because child. People start to get picky and they want this, and then they know what you could do, and then
Ain't
mm
it the truth?
mm.
It's hard shopping for people because you don't know what to get them, but all you can say is you ask them, you draw clues, talk to them and draw clues. So you won't give out, okay, I'm getting you this for Christmas. If you have someone that's picky to shop for, I just ask clues here or there, or just hear by hearsay. So when they say something that, oh, I love the newest season of Game of Thrones, or I love the newest season of
Mm.
Insecure, or something like I would get them the Insecure box set, or I would get them maybe a Game of Thrones box set, or just a whole bunch of Game of Thrones merch for anybody who likes that. Or I would get something. I love Beyonce. I would get them anything that Beyonce has, whether it's her vinyl, whatever. Just hear from hearsay, listen to what they're saying, and then you can take it from there and shock them. I've seen people do it. So if you have somebody that's tricky to shop for, and then the whole thing about gift cards, because every Christmas holiday season, a lot of people are just like, I don't want a gift card. But listen, it's still the thought that counts. If the person thought about you. And the thing about it is they don't know what you want. So give them a gift card. Like I said, for me, if you give me a gift card to Subway, I won't complain. I won't complain. I love Subway.
Oh,
If you give me a gift card to Sephora, I'm a makeup and a fragrance girl. I love to smell good. I love to look good. I take pride in my appearance every time I come on and do the show. So if you're going to get me something, a gift card to Sephora or Ulta would be nice for a woman like myself because I love makeup, I love hair, I love fashion. So, or you can get me a gift card to TJ Maxx. So, I mean, I'm a Maxxinista. I love to shop there too. I love home decor. So, I'm not complaining.
look,
It's the thought that count.
the way the world going, you could give me some groceries.
A gift card to no, a gift card to a store. Give
Yeah,
them a gift
that's yeah.
card to Target, something. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, Jesus. Would you rather get really drunk at a Christmas party or never get invited?
Say, say the question one more time.
Would you rather get really drunk at a Christmas party or never get invited? If you had to
Oh
choose.
no, I'm getting drunk. Cocktail me, baby.
And they
And
be like, who put something in the punch?
I am going to show out.
Okay. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one, Fashion Dolls. Would you rather have, would you rather experience a scene from Home Alone or Frozen?
I'm going to go with Frozen, especially if I get the powers.
Now,
Then I
Home
get to wear again.
Alone, yes. Get to where Elsa was notorious for her gown and her braids
And
and
pony.
her magic. So for for me, it would be Home Alone because I'd be able to pull the pranks on the bad guys. I always have something in my sleeve, being able to booby trap everything, and they just
That
walk right into it.
would
I
be
love
that
it.
would be pretty cool.
Oh my goodness. Oh, here's a good one. Well, since we're in the holiday movie thing, would you rather watch classic Christmas movies or new releases?
I'm gonna go with classics. Shoot your eye out. You know, the Christmas Story, the regular
That is my
Home Alone.
favorite movie. Ralphie, Mrs. Fitz, when that mama called, she picked that phone and then she put that bar of palm in his mouth. I know the movie word for word. That A Christmas Story is one of my favorite movies to watch. If not that one, then Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas
Oh
Vacation.
yeah,
That scene where
that's
he
good
got on
too.
that damn board and he was skinned and went through Walmart. When I tell y'all I was rolling. Chevy Chase is funny as hell in that movie. Y'all need to go and check it out. And then the cat dropped the water under the tree. Okay, I'm giving y'all the whole movie, but go and check it out. It's funny. A Christmas Story is good too. And then she called the mom. The mom said, "No, not that." So I mean, yeah, I know word for word. Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather spend Christmas indoors or outdoors?
It depends on the location. If it's like, hot in summer, and I'm definitely a be outside. But originally I'm from Connecticut, so Christmas we it's snow, not like feet, like 3 feet, 4 feet of snow. So yeah, we're not going outside in that no more.
Okay, here's the last one. Now, would you rather shovel snow or spend time untangling Christmas lights? I hate when that happens.
I'm a shovel snow, especially if it's freshly fallen snow. Yeah, that's when it's easy.
And the thing about untangling lights, it's like, okay, where do I begin? Where do I start? They're all connected together.
Hmm.
And then you're having to spend your time strenuously go through and having to untangle each one, making sure you
Up
try not to
it.
break the room. It's a lot. All right, fashion dolls. So that is our Christmas holiday edition of Christmas This or That. So Devon, before we let you go, what are some gems that you would leave for people going into the holiday season?
Spend your time with your family and just try to enjoy life. Get a peace of mind. Just just relax. Life is gonna life, and just try to make the best decision that you can make for your future, and that's it. That's all you can do. But
Out
tell you love them.
that part. More than ever, form communities, organize, mobilize, and make sure that you guys are staying grounded with people who are like-minded like yourself and creative. Today's final thought comes from the book of forgiving. And today's final thought says, do not heal in isolation. Connecting with others is how we develop compassion for others and ourselves, which goes back to forming community and what Devon just said, which is telling people you love them. So surround yourself with family, surround yourself with loved ones, and make sure that you guys are don't spend Christmas alone. Don't do it alone. I know a lot of people are like, well, my mother is no longer here to do Christmas. Start your own tradition. I've seen a lot of people do Friendsgiving instead of Thanksgiving. People invited friends and family over as well, and they still had their own little party. little small get together, and they ate their Thanksgiving dinner and celebrated. So if you can do that on Thanksgiving, do it for Christmas as well too. Start your own tradition, which is the key thing. Again, I love you all. And before we let you go, Devon, let everyone know where they can follow you and check out your gorgeous designs, my love.
Um, so yeah, my Instagram is underscore Dev the Don. That's my normal one, which I'm up on right now. And then I have another design page is Design by Devon, just simply uh, Designed by Devon. And I have a website, designbydevon.com. I typically don't really post up there much because I only make custom one-of-one pieces. So stuff is just kind of like another lookbook just to see. Again, if you're in the Atlanta area, I'm doing a fashion show here March 15th of next year, and I will be going on tour. So I have 20 cities that I'll be going to. And they'll be all after that date. So yeah, just stay tuned and hopefully you see me on the red carpet soon.
We will, my love. And it was such a pleasure meeting you. I had such a great time. We dished on my favorite thing. Your designs are absolutely gorgeous, and I would not mind wearing any of them. They are so gorgeous. I would wear them, especially the chain link and the white one. I love the white one.
uh,
So,
but yeah,
fashion dolls.
I'll definitely have to send you some pieces or something. But thank you for sharing your platform with me. I really greatly appreciate it.
You are so welcome, my love, and keep designing, keep giving the world something beautiful. Gives the world something to talk about. That's what I want to leave with you. So do that in 25. All right.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a wonderful night.
You too. And Fashion Dolls joining me tomorrow. Michael James. We will see you then. And head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime if you have not on YouTube. Hit that bell so you'll be notified when new interviews are posted. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.